Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta pay the toll. Zeus truth or face the dole. Hey. Charon's boats too full to float. Whales of the foolish on the underworld note. Denied Olympian decree, now they don't. Eternal chains, no antidote. Gods convene, truth unseen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Lost soul scream. Follow the path or drown in the stream. Zeus' wrath, a cruel dream. Dreams of torment, echo loud. Lost in sulfur, desperate proud. Zeus watches from Olympus cloud. Rejected truth, their fates avowed. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You know exactly why we are here. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You know exactly why we are here. Oh my goodness. Hey, let's go. Knock it off, Carlos. I haven't even gotten started, Carlos. Knock it off. Hey. All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do? Yeah. Trump is toast. I completely agree. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You could be anywhere, but you chose to come once again hang out with me, Big Zeus. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you. Thank you for tapping the screen. Sharing the live. Make sure you click subscribe. Hey, macaroni. I know what you want, but you can't get that over here. Just coming in being nasty. Just nasty. We don't got all morning to do this, ladies and gentlemen. To know you why you thinking that I'm asking. I like to get it popping, cause my sound is supersonic. I done came so far, and it's early in the morning. I just woke up out my sleep, threw some water on my face. Yeah, it's just another day in the Golden State. Ain't no tossing and turning or time for insomnia. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama and give it my all and follow through on what I promise. And even if I fail, at least I was honest. See, I can only do what's in my power to do, and what good is this power if I use it like a fool? If I wanna make it to the top, I gotta study clues, or I can sit back and just watch the news. Don't try to photocopy, you could never top me. Alright, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this show started. We don't got all morning. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, so buckle up, all right? For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. The second H is because I'm humble. And the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Thank you. Many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of town, on this side of TikTok. What we do is very, very special, all right? We hold our friends on the right. Hello, David. Nice to see you, all right? What we do is very, very simple. We hold our friends on the right, especially their orange cult leader, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes, all right? And believe you me, isn't it safe to say that our friends on the right, they just continue to just humiliate themselves. They continue to embarrass themselves for Donald J. Trump. Okay, so what I'll start doing, ladies and gentlemen, is it's been brought to my attention that the Trump supporters, they're really getting upset when I say Donald Trump is their daddy. So we're gonna start having to call these shows "Trump is your daddy." All right, I think that has a nice ring to it, right? A lot of you folks out there who are in the cult, you need to come to the light and realize Donald Trump is your daddy. All right, and if I say it, I don't want you getting triggered. All right, I want you to embrace it and wear your badge with honor. We don't need any of you trying to. I don't want you getting triggered, all right? I want you to embrace it and wear your badge with honor. We don't need any of you trying to blend in out here like you're regular Americans out here, like you're patriots, because you're not patriots. You're just like your father. You're seditionists, treasonous traitors, all right? And so we got to deal with you according to how the law says we have to. All right, so with that being understood, I got a bit of a heads up to say. Any Trump supporters out there? Put a 1 in the chat if you're out there and you're a Trump supporter. Put a 1 out there. I want to see. Why do most maggots not have college degrees? You know, we can ask them. We can ask. Those are fair questions. Mount Negro, my man. Okay, any Trump supporters out there? Okay, all right. Well, you might want to leave this live because it's going to get very uncomfortable for you, all right? And you know how I get down. You know how I get down. I don't allow y'all to be victims around me, so go ahead. Go. All right, go ahead, because it's going to get nasty, all right? But get this. You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Okay, let's get this show started. All right. So, you know, we're getting closer and closer to Election Day, and it's just becoming crystal clear to me that Donald Trump is getting more and more unhinged. He's showing America that he's just not fit to be the president of the United States of America. You know, he goes out here and he's right now ranting and raving about Kamala Harris being on 60 Minutes. Any of y'all following this little scandal they're trying to make? They're trying to say there's a response Kamala Harris gave during the 60-minute interview. And they said, Zeus, she doesn't know how to answer questions. Look at this. This is what you saw, but this is the real answer. I looked at it, and I just want to let you Trump supporters understand one thing. There is nothing Vice President Kamala Harris can say that will make me change my vote. Because at the end of the day, no answer that you could come up with from her, I don't care how you slow it down, you slice it and dice it, no answer that you come up with will ever eclipse the answers we get from Donald Trump.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter? He must be cognitively in trouble.
He is.
No, these are real stories.
No, they're not.
Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lamb. He's a lovely man. He wants to have you for dinner. He'd like to have you for dinner.
Jim, how dare you, Jim, get in my live and say that Vice President Kamala Harris isn't qualified? Would you like to come up here, Jim, and talk to Big Zeus about why you don't believe she's qualified? Or are you just going to sit in the comments section and eat those nasty Cheez-Its? You know, these Trump supporters, you know what they eat for breakfast? Cheez-Its and Diet Coke. I mean, I don't have a problem with either of those, but it's just funny. And they say they do that so they can start to turn orange like their cult leader. I'm not making this stuff up. Go look it up. These Trump supporters, they have an obsession, all right, with Donald Trump, and it's beyond anything I've ever seen. Okay, Jim, come on up here, Jim. You want to talk to Big Zeus? And I'm trying to be as polite as I can, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. I mean, what's today's date? Today's Thursday. We don't need to wake up early in the morning and choose this path to engage with MAGA. We just need MAGA to get in the box and tell the truth for once, all right? So I'm inviting some of the Trump supporters to come up in the box and have this conversation. And if you do come up here, like I said, please control yourselves. I get it. You can curse like a sailor. And you call yourself a Christian, right? They do this thing. Okay, come on up here. Look I'm inviting these people. Mods, please pin the comments of the demons, all right, so that I can invite them. And then if I invite them and then they don't accept the guest request, you know what to do. Put them in a straitjacket so I could continue to minister to their souls. I've never ran across one honest Trump supporter in my life. I know they don't exist. The truth is not in them. And lately we've been getting an influx of blacks for Donald Trump. Have y'all noticed that we've had an influx of blacks for Donald Trump lately? And I've been paying attention to this, and I said, okay, this is no, J Star, I invited you, and you decided not to come up in the box, so I'm going to go ahead and remove you. I don't want to see what you have to say. Yeah, they get in my box, and they dance for their daddy. They drop it like it's hot for Donald Trump. And then when you say to them, hey, cut it out and knock it off. Why I gotta knock it off, Zeus? Why would we go in my... Oh, Law Guy, come up here and talk to me. Law Guy, maybe you're not... Oh, I think I ran into Law Guy before, all right? Law Guy, he or she, they like to stay in the comment section. You should get in my box because this might be that one day that you get out of that cult and start to reconnect with your family, your friends, and your community. Maybe even get some gainful employment. But that's never going to happen as long as you continue to worship this orange clown, this orange deranged lunatic, all right? And you know who I'm talking about, Donald J. Trump. He went on a podcast yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Did you all check out this podcast called Flagrant? Have you all heard about this podcast? I've never heard of these people in my life. But he went on to this podcast, ladies and gentlemen, and as soon as the podcast started, he just...
No one thought this...
He just begins lying. I mean... Oh my God. I'm not even going to go through everything that he lied about, but there were a couple parts in here that I wanted to call out. One, they started out by asking him questions about how did Donald Trump raise his children? And I thought that was a very good question considering all the children he has out here on TikTok, right? I said, this is a great question. Let's figure out how a cult leader raises their children, ladies and gentlemen, since none of his children want to get in my box. All right, let's listen to how Donald Trump explains
in the public eye where they, still
hold on
become ambitious. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Flagrant. Most importantly, they appear to like you.
Yeah.
Okay. I grew up in the city, and there's a lot of people who had like very wealthy parents, and like the kids kind of resent them, and I was like waiting for them to like die. And they end up in like rehabs and drugs. Yeah. How do you raise them in the public eye where they, still become ambitious and successful?
So I do have good kids, and
that was the first lie. He doesn't have good kids. See. He can't answer a simple question without lying.
5 really wonderful children, and different, very different. Yeah, they are so different. But one thing that was in common that I always used to say when I was with them or when they were leaving a room, I would drive them crazy. No drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes. I would say that.
Did you say that to Don Jr.?
Yeah, Don's a little wild.
Oh, right there. Did y'all hear him just lie and say he told his children don't do, just say no, I got to keep it clean. And then we see who Don Jr. is. Why is Don Jr. always looking like he's hit... I can't even say it on TikTok, but why does Don Jr. look compromised all the time? I thought your father said, just say no. It doesn't look like you said no to, it doesn't look like you're saying no. Yeah. There he is. Look, yeah. Yeah. They're putting it in the geeked up. I like that, Peaches. He looks geeked up. Yeah. We're not making this stuff up. We're telling you Trump supporters the truth about your orange dad. Yeah.
Yeah, he can be a little tough.
He told me a funny story.
Go ahead.
Okay. I talked to a bunch of people. I was trying to,
So that's the first lie. I want to get to this next thing about Elon. All right. They're joking about this, but their racism, it just seems to be right there out in the open. And Donald Trump, this is his habitat.
About Elon specifically, is he your favorite African American?
Is Elon your favorite African American?
He's a piece of work, I'll tell you. You know, he's a great guy.
Why would they ask? Why would they ask the former president that question? It is just disrespectful. But then you Trump supporters will get onto my show and crocodile tears. Oh, there's just so much hatred coming. We had a guest yesterday do this. We had so much hatred. I just needed to stop, ma'am. Thank you so much for the Zeus gun. Ma'am, have you been listening to your daddy? Have you been listening to your cult leader? He is the one pushing the hatred. All right? And then when we actually show you this is what he says, now we're the problem. No, we're not. You know what? Let's do something. Let's give Donald Trump him and his supporters a round of boos and shame. I think it's time. Let's give him a round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, and then, they go into this nasty situation. He always likes to bring up the Butler incident, right? We all know what happened in Butler. Some of us believe that this was a staged event, all right? Some of us believe it was staged, but there are some out there that believes, no, this really did happen, and they believe that Donald Trump has a lot of people that don't like him and are trying to make things difficult for him. And they went there in this podcast. I want to just get to the part where, because see, if you ask me, what's this really all about? I just think he's just trying to appeal to some of those so-called Christians. All right. So they asked.
Did you know that a simple glass of water?
So they asked Donald Trump, hey, now, you promised not to ever bring it up again at the RNC. Remember, he gave that. I'll never bring up this incident again. He uses it every chance he gets to try to win over Christians. So they asked him, well, ever since the Butler incident, what has this done to increase your spirituality?
Not so bad compared to what could have happened. So I feel very lucky. It was an amazing experience, a horrible experience in most ways. In some ways, it was beautiful because I was somehow I hopefully Corey's protected too, who's the firefighter, and he's in a good place, maybe a better place than we're in here, because this world is a little bit on the tough side. But it was an amazing experience.
Do you feel like a increase in your spirituality after something like this?
Well, maybe, especially when I'm hearing from people that do shoot.
Okay, so did it increase your spirituality, Mr. Former President? And you know what his answer was? Maybe. When are you so-called Christians going to wake up? You see how he tells on himself? And he has the audacity to go criticize Vice President Harris on a 60-minute interview that we all know him and J.D. Vance chickened out on. I don't know about you, but it just seems to me like MAGA isn't strong at all. These are some of the weakest minds. These are weak-minded folks. Scared. Why are you Trump supporters so scared? It makes absolutely no sense to Zeus. It really doesn't. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you feel like I got it wrong and that perhaps there's more to what I see happening here, so we can have that conversation. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, these are brave people willing to come into the box and talk to Zeus, because you all know where I stand, and I want to get straight into it. We only got a little bit of time this morning to have these kind of conversations. By grace and by faith. You're a Trump supporter?
I am.
Oh my God.
I'm not a voter, though.
What part of the what?
I've never voted.
Are you going to vote?
I don't know yet. The system is
What part of the
very rigged.
country? What part of the country are you in, ma'am?
Louisiana.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Louisiana.
Let me explain my perspective.
There's a lot of
There's a lot of misinformation out there, and a lot of people that listen to gossip and they watch the media, but they don't dig deeper than just what they see with their eyes. Our eyes lie, right?
What do you?
When
Give
we
me an
see what we
example.
wanna see.
Please give me an
See what we
example.
wanna
What
see.
do you mean by your eyes lie? You drive?
You said a minute ago about him not wanting people to be in this country. And what
Correct.
offends me about, okay, hear me out and let me speak. What I will say is this. My mother came here from Japan. Okay. I was
Okay.
born in Japan. Okay.
Okay.
I have birthrights because of my dad being a Marine, a two Purple Heart Marine. He almost
Oh.
died for my country. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a citizen of two countries.
Okay.
Okay. Plus, I'm Jewish.
I'm
Plus,
hearing.
I'm Jewish.
I
Okay.
hear you. All right.
So what makes me angry about people today in America is that they don't understand the gravity of coming into America illegally.
Oh.
We are a constitution, a republic constitution that allows democracy to happen in our constitution, okay, in our government system. So we're abusing those powers by allowing the media to manipulate our minds. They use money, funneling it through the Act Blue, through their own nonprofit organizations, and people would look.
Let me
just a
let me know
little
when I could
deeper.
jump in. Let me know when I can jump in and have
You
some.
absolutely can now.
Okay. Now, first things first. Everything you just said. What if I were to say to you it was a lie?
It's not, because I've done my research. I've done due diligence. I
Okay.
study law. I study law. I study the
What type of law?
Constitution.
What type of law?
Constitutional law.
Oh, you're a constitutional lawyer? What school?
So I didn't
school?
go to school. I take
Oh.
classes out of Oxford, Harvard, Stanford. I
Mm.
take classes for free because that's what America provides, freedom.
But wouldn't
Okay,
you
so
say
what,
it's
hear
pretty?
me out. Let me
wouldn't-
finish. Let me finish, and let me back up to the legal stuff. Okay.
But
My
I just feel
mother-
like
my
I feel
mother-
like
listen,
wait
listen.
Grace I
My
just feel like
mother-
I feel like you're trying to date me and you're trying to sell me and I'm not even given an
Absolutely
opportunity
not.
to at least push back on some of the stuff
Why?
you're
Why
saying.
would I want to date you?
Well, because I'm Triple
First
H.
of
You know why? Because I'm Triple H.
I don't care
honest,
about Triple
honest,
H.
humble, and handsome. I get it, but please, let's go
No.
easy. Let's go easy, man. Let's go
Let's
easy.
go easy.
Okay,
Okay, I'm
because
gonna
you're
be
putting a
real.
lot. You're putting a lot out there, and I just want to unpack it with you, if you don't
Yeah.
mind. All right. Now,
Because God told me to. I listen to God and God only. I'm obedient to God. Only God.
Don't do
Through
that.
Jesus Christ. Who gives
don't
me
don't
strength.
do that.
Amen.
Don't,
Glory be to
ma'am,
God.
ma'am,
Allah, Allah, Allah.
ma'am, stop it. Now you know the good
know.
Lord. Don't bring the good Lord into
Zeus.
your debaucheries. All right, you're up here sinning.
Enoch.
You've gotten up here and
I
you've
do not
lied,
sin.
ma'am.
on
I'm gonna
purpose.
you don't
I
sin
do
on
not. My
purpose.
intentions are never ill.
Okay, but can I
My
ask you a
intentions
serious
are never
question?
ill.
Can I ask you a serious question? Do
Yes,
you believe?
absolutely.
Do you believe all the problems you're describing, Donald Trump is capable of fixing them? Because that's
I
a
do believe he's capable of fixing America's business issues.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What evidence? Because here's,
1000%.
I'll tell you. Let me tell you what I see when I see this con man. Oop, did I say con artist? I didn't mean to say that, but you know what? Let's leave
You can
that out
say
there.
what you want to say. That's what he's protecting
Okay.
is the freedom of speech. If you want to call him an asshole, you can call him an asshole. He don't care.
Well, but he's your dad.
Amen.
Number one, he's your dad.
He's not my dad.
No, he's your daddy. That's a rule
he's
over
not.
here. That's a rule over here.
It's
You
not
know.
a rule in my world.
No, but I need you to
God
understand.
said
No.
the only one is God, the ruler of all.
But okay.
Root of all evil
Okay.
is the love of money.
Okay,
Amen?
so thank you, Jermaine, for the subscription. The love of money is the root of all evil, according to the good book. All right, but I
Absolutely.
want to get back to this first
And
part.
that's
So
what the
what I
battle
what
is
I
about.
see when I
That is
see
what the
Donald,
battle of
grace
the
and
gods is
faith,
about.
grace and faith. I don't want to have to hit the mute button. All right, but we gotta
Hit the
have.
mute button.
I gotta
Doesn't
have a.
bother me.
Okay. So here's the question. You know he's been impeached twice, correct?
It's all made up.
You know he's
I
been
understand
convicted.
law.
Wait.
There's two sides to the America. There's the republic, and then there's the legality. You got to
Mm-hmm.
understand law versus legal. If you don't understand law versus legal, then you don't understand what's going
Okay,
on.
but please bear with me, all right? I'm not
Okay.
asking you to agree with me at all. I just need to have this moment with you.
Okay.
We know whether we agree with it or not, he's been impeached twice, correct?
I do
Whether
not
you
keep up with all that. So
Okay,
if you
well,
say that, I'm going to trust
thank
you
you.
know more than I do.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, and we also
What
know
I'm
we all wait. I
upset
wasn't
about,
done, but we also know he was convicted 34 times.
okay, now
Okay,
that's
that
where
whether you
legal comes in,
that's
where law comes in.
whether
He
you
is a trust fund baby. You cannot touch a
Grace,
trust fund baby with
Grace, I wasn't
convictions.
done. I was going to ask you a
Legalities don't
question.
matter in the
I
court
was
of
going to
law.
ask you a question. Do you think
Okay.
there's a connection between that conviction and the sin?
Everybody sins,
But
right?
do you know what the
Right?
sin was?
Well,
Do
I'm
you know what
asking you
the
a question though.
do you know
Does
what the sin
everybody sin?
do you know what the sin was with Donald Trump in
What
the
is
situation?
his sin?
Okay, great. So apparently, while he was married, he cheated or committed adultery with Stormy, right? And all of that stuff that went down during that
For the love of
encounter,
money.
whatever
For
it was,
Stormy's love of money.
his money.
That's
And what did
Stormy's love of his
and
money and his power.
what did he get out of it?
He lost money, right?
And
But why is it
he had
so?
intercourse
Why
with
is
her.
it so important
He's
about
wait,
his
Grace,
sex
Grace,
life?
Grace. He
Why
had
is his sex life on the line? Is not his
because
business
he's living
line
in
at stake?
sin, right?
Baby,
Can't we
you
agree?
got it all wrong.
Can we agree
Got a
that
picture painted in your head that's so
Grace,
jacked up.
Grace?
I'm gone. Have a good day.
Again, straight delusion. And it's one thing when I throw them into the lake of fire, but it's another thing when they jump into the lake of fire themselves. See, Grace, what happened is I showed you who your daddy was, and you didn't like it. You got scared. You know he's a convicted felon, and he's a SAer, sexual assaulter. And you know what he's done to those children, Grace and Faith. And as soon as I showed you that, you got scared. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send Grace and Faith to the lake of fire together. Let me warm up the lake of fire for you, Grace. All right, because the truth isn't in you. You're possessed with the MAGA demon. And you are a prime candidate for hell, which is where you're heading if you don't get out of the cult. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Grace with no faith straight into the lake of fire. Let's give her a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
I see some people out there in the audience triggered because I just cast a MAGA demon out and it made them throw themselves into the lake of fire. Well, maybe you didn't hear me at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
I'm not voting. I'm so tired of all the hatred. Where's the hatred coming from? MAGA? You. Put a 1 in the chat real quickly if you want to come up here and defend your orange cult leader, aka your daddy. That's all we're asking. Right? Thank you, Rick. That's all we're asking. Come on up here, Robert. Come on up here, Robert. I mean, a lot of tough talking out there. A lot of tough talking, but none of them want to come up in the box and put a little meat on the bones. I'm actually quite a fair host, if you don't know. If you don't know. All right, Leanne, come on up here. Oh, Leanne, you can't even get in the box. Oh, I like. Look at now I got him. My dad will be running this country. Thank you, Mike, for at least acknowledging Donald Trump is your daddy. This is what I want to make sure every Trump supporter understands. And to the black Trump supporters, I want you to see this. Because what I am doing is also helping the black Trump supporters understand they are on the wrong side of history, siding with these folks, thinking that these folks are going to do anything to help you. It's embarrassing, honestly, and y'all need to cut it out. Put a one in the chat if you're black. Put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here defend your orange daddy. All right, all right. Trump will not be running this country. All right. Yeah, they don't want to get in the box and have a serious conversation. Put a one in the chat. Nope, no, Levi. I've already crushed you. All right, Levi. I want to talk to somebody who's actually trying to get out of the cult. Not the Levi's out there. I want to talk to the real demons out there. 610 Big Stretch. I sent you a guest request and you still haven't accepted. All right, they are scared, but you know why they're scared? Because they know the moment they get in the box, they're gonna have to have an honest conversation. I don't want to deal with people who want to get in the box and just start unloading a bunch of lies, expressing how angry they are. Because that's not what this show is about. This show is about hearing from everyday Americans. All right. Somebody asked me, why do you call Republicans demons? I don't call real Republicans demons, but I do call the MAGA Republicans demons. And that's simple. There's no other way to describe all of this support that you all give Donald Trump, knowing that he's the worst thing, ever. Trump 2024. Come on up here. Look at these folks. Tony, come on up here. Come on up here. We don't got all morning, you Trump supporters. Come on up here.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing this morning?
I'm all right. You're a Trump supporter?
Absolutely.
What part of the country are you from?
New York City.
Shout out to New York.
Yes, sir.
All right. How long have you been worshiping your daddy?
I don't worship anybody. How long have you been worshiping Mamala?
You got to try better content than that. You got to have slicker. You got to have way more clever lines than that.
I say things on a whim. I don't even stop to think.
Okay, so we don't worship Kamala Harris. You know the Democrats don't do any of the stuff MAGA does. So please, come on, sir, be honest. Now,
what are you talking about? What does MAGA do? We love our country. We want to close the borders.
No.
We want to make real money.
No.
We don't want to send billions to Ukraine. We want to help people in hurricanes. Wow.
You support a guy that called Putin 7 times behind the United States back, correct?
What are you talking about?
You haven't heard the news that since Trump has left office, he's contacted Putin at least 7 times? May have violated the Logan. But that may be a violation of the Logan Act, right? So doesn't that to you seem very suspicious that we have a former president having communications with an adversary of the United States?
No, that doesn't.
I know this
doesn't
is
worry anyone.
I guarantee you this: if Vice President
had him
wait,
with Zelensky,
but let me say this.
Zelensky.
Let me say this to you: if Vice President Harris or Tim Walz did such a thing, all bets are off. I can't endorse them.
Yeah, but Tim Walz already.
No. But you see that.
Look what he did to his state.
But you see what I just did to you.
He made gender affirmation. He made it mandatory that if your underage child wants a sex change and you don't agree, you're going to jail.
That's a lie.
How is that humanitarian? That's
Tony,
100% the truth. Check it.
Tony, I'm not talking about what Tim Walz did as a governor. I really am not.
Well, you're talking about this Trump. You're going after this one instance where you think that he's a bad guy and that he's violating the Logan Act.
Let me give you.
I'm trying to tell you, if he was really violating the Logan Act, they would have never let him meet with Zelensky. Did you see the worry in Zelensky's face when he met with Trump? Because he knows the gravy train is over. He was like, "Oh man, I'm not going to get these blank checks anymore." Shit.
Wait. Now we don't curse. Come on, now keep it on the up and up.
Oh, my bad. Well, crap.
This is the show. Now I want to get back to him having the conversations with Putin behind the backs of the United States government. If that was the one incident, I might be like, you know what? All right. But we got too many examples. For instance, the classified documents. Don't you see the connection with your intelligence? Why would he steal classified information? And then on the back end, now we're finding out he at least spoke with Putin. That's an issue, right? That's questionable.
But that's just like the Russia collusion with Hillary Clinton that never happened, that she paid for.
No, it's not.
Yes, it's
No,
proven.
no.
Anything
'Cause
I speak on is proven, and I have it memorized.
you have a
I'll
docket.
let
You have a docket number
Do
that
I have a
proves.
docket number
Yeah,
on
yeah,
what?
yeah. Any of that Russia collusion for Hillary Clinton, like her
All you
somehow
got to
being.
do is look it up. The information is public.
Okay, well, let me give you something else that's public. How about the fact that he's been convicted 34 times in New York for
Yeah, but
for
that's
election
just getting
interference?
overturned. He was in the appellate court yesterday, and it was getting turned over on its butt. Maybe you missed that one. That was live coverage.
But do you understand the
I'm
logic?
not lying, Pete Lopez. So you should wake up, buddy.
Honestly, Tony, though,
I am being honest.
how old are you?
You should check my TikTok page. I have all the
Why-
truth laid out.
Okay, but listen, how old are you?
I'm in my 40s.
Okay, me too. Isn't there a point where you have to realize that the evidence that supports the facts of what we're talking about is on the side of the Democrats as opposed to you? And what I mean by that is I would be willing, honestly, to entertain everything you just said if there was evidence to back it up.
There is evidence to back it up.
No.
That's like telling me 2 weeks ago that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden weren't being held accountable for the border by Homeland Security when the Homeland Security Committee had them being held accountable for the open borders when everyone else wants to try to point the finger and blame Trump for the border when he had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. The person who was appointed border czar March 24th, 2021 on NBC News, that's Kamala Harris. And
Okay.
she totally dropped the ball
But
and
Tony-
ignored her duty.
Tony, it all sounds believable, honestly. And if I
have the proof of that.
and if I didn't have the ability or the responsibility, in terms of running this platform, to really have to go there and look into these things, I would
separate hardware. You
listen.
can
Wait,
look it up
Tony.
right now.
I would totally, Tony. I would totally believe you. But here's the rub. Here's the rub that I can't seem to get past. Why is it when we give you evidence that Donald Trump has been impeached, we give you evidence that he's been convicted, your mind turns around and flips it and say those were witch hunts? Wait. Your mind says those are witch hunts, or the convictions are going to get appealed. In other words,
But they've been
you
appealed.
don't let it sink in that this was a legal process that's
You're
been in place.
talking about fraud. Do you
That-
understand the charges that you're talking about? What he is being held accountable for is something his attorney did that had nothing to do. He could not control what his attorney did. He paid the man to do a job. The man
But
did
you're-
the funds. And the funny thing is, the Stormy Daniels case was in the news. And when Bill Clinton paid Paula Jones $850,000 hush money, nobody said anything because he was a Democrat and he's Hillary's husband. So isn't this some funny stuff? And he was actually impeached too. And
No.
Joe Biden was being impeached too, and they said that he is not mentally fit enough to stand trial. So they stopped making it public, but it's still behind the scenes. The same thing with Homeland Security holding Kamala and Biden accountable for the open borders.
Okay, but Tony, now that you've gotten that out there, I think I understand what you're saying. There's something fishy about all these cases that have happened with Joe Biden, right, and other Democrats, and they don't end up getting held accountable. But then all of a sudden, Donald Trump gets held accountable. I think that's your angle, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It is, absolutely.
Okay. So here's the thing: you don't got to keep saying that to me anymore,
But
right?
it's like the same thing
But-
with calling him a
Wait,
racist.
wait,
It's
wait,
like-
wait,
that's just- that's a non-factor. He's
Tony,
not a
Tony,
racist.
Tony, why would you keep repeating something to me that I've already?
I'm saying
dip-
something new.
No,
I'm
no,
saying
no. But
something new right
but
now.
I haven't even done. I'm not done with that.
Oh, my
All right.
apologies. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, so let's not keep repeating the information you got. I just want you to know I don't agree with it, but I understand where you're coming from. All right.
Okay.
Now, what I'm trying to do is dig a little deeper than just you understanding that and get to some real serious issues that I think are dividing this country day in and day out. And I need you to give me your honest answer. That's all. We might not.
I'm here with
We
you. I'm here with you. I'm
we might
trying
not
to argue
agree.
with you or any of that.
We might not agree on it, but I want you to really tell me what's happening. So, if I were to go back and say, okay, he was impeached twice, right?
Okay.
And we know what those impeachments were for, correct?
Yep.
What were they for?
Well, they were trying to say that he was inciting a riot to overthrow the government,
That's one of them.
and the other one I'm not crystal clear on. In my mind at the moment, because I'm trying to do computer work at the same time that I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I'm a network infrastructure engineer.
Okay.
And I don't get my facts from the news or any of that. I go and I old school hack it.
Okay. So let's get into this. Let's go into this. The first one was withholding the aid from Ukraine. And then the second one, as you said, was for inciting an insurrection on January 6th, right?
Yes,
What-
which was overblown it was so blown out of proportion.
Okay,
You
so
look for this.
but for the sake of this conversation, those are two dings on his record.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'll agree
Okay.
with you on
Okay,
that.
thank you. All right,
I
great.
don't think that they're dings that says we're not going to vote for him ding.
But hypothetically, what if it was Joe Biden that had those dings on his record? Would that make
Joe
you
Biden
more
has way worse than that, and they covered him for almost 4 years.
Tony, again, there's no impeachment on President Biden's record.
Yes, there was. Yes,
No.
there was. Yes,
Please-
there was.
please
Last year and this year, and
please
they threw it out because they said he wasn't meant.
Tony, I don't want to have to stop and stop right here, but you're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
President Biden has not been
This can be
impeached.
proven. Yes, he has.
I will.
The
Okay,
motion
how about
to
this?
impeach him went through.
Find me the information, please.
All you got to do is go to Forbes Breaking News on YouTube. Go
No.
to Forbes Breaking News. They're
Pull it
covering
up. Pull it
They
up. What was
covered
okay?
it.
What was he impeached for?
He was impeached for taking $27 million from the Ukrainian Power Agency through his son that set up a quid pro quo deal that got him and his father $27 million that he promised he would pay them back with 100 times the interest.
I had to mute him. Tony, that's a bold face lie. That's a bold face lie. You're too grown. You Trump supporters, y'all are too grown.
That's why
Tony.
I understand why you mute me.
Because you're lying.
Even Dean and Parker had to mute me. I beat them in a debate.
You're always gonna win when it comes to lying, Tony.
No.
You're
I had the truth and I
Tony.
can
Tony,
back it
I've heard everything I need to
Anyone
hear.
could look at the evidence, bro.
Tony,
It's like saying Kamala.
I gotta mute you, bro.
Dude, that's like saying Kamala didn't have 1,000
Kamala. Tony.
locked up for marijuana charges.
Tony, you want to apologize for lying on TikTok, or do I have
He
to move?
herself smoked.
Tony, either you apologize for lying, or I'm going to have to toss you into the lake of fire.
Just toss me, bro.
Okay, well then stop unmuting. Stop unmuting and let me do what I do.
I won again. I'm unbeatable.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy in my box, Tony. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy in my box, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman, this previous guest, lied. For the record, they tried to impeach President Biden, and they were unable to impeach him because there was no evidence of crimes or corruption. Even the Republicans knew that. Go talk to James Comer, all right, and Jim Jordan, Tony. But over here, you're dead wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, let's warm up the lake of fire and send deranged Tony, who's probably the worst person in the state of New York this far this morning. All right, let's throw him into the lake of fire, all right, by giving him a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it.
Translation, you done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I have to run the show the way that I run it. All right? As you can see, I give every Trump supporter every opportunity to be successful on this show. Get in the box. Let's have the conversation. And guess what they do? They bob, weave, pivot, duck, and dodge. But guess what? I'm laser focused on your special behinds. The lake of fire is right there. You can do all of that dancing you want. End result the same. All right, let's bring up the next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. Put a 1 in the chat. If you are a Trump supporter and you believe that Donald Trump is the best thing for this country since sliced bread, T. Howard, you don't have the ability to go live, T. Howard. So, mods, please put T. Howard in a straitjacket. It may be one of those Russian bots. It may be one of those Russian bots. Let's bring up another Trump supporter. Letty, you do not have the ability. You do not have the ability to go live. East Texas, what do you want with me? I don't even think you've done the homework I've given you last time. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you believe the previous guest, right? Get him, sneaky fingers. You're right. He is a liar. Uh-oh, who is this? LJ. She says Biden and Kamala crooks. Come up in the box. Biden and Kamala crooks. LJ, come on up in the box. All right. I sent you a guest request. Don't deny it, because if you do, then I'm going to tell my mods, put them in a straitjacket. All right, Letty, you are not allowed to get in the box. All right, so what we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, since Letty is unable to get into the box, we're going to go ahead and put Letty in a nice little straitjacket. All right, goodbye, Letty. No one wants to see that in the chat. Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump is the best thing for this country since sliced bread. Put a 1 in the chat. Or send a guest request. All right. Who we got right here? Oh no, Diane, I can't invite you. I can't invite you because you do not have. I can't send you a guest request, but maybe you can send a request directly. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Brick City, come on up in the box. We don't got all morning. We do not got all morning to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously. Let's see, who is this? Gloria. Good morning, Gloria. Are you a Trump supporter? Yes or no? Gloria. Gloria Za. It's taking too long to connect. Send another guest request if you are a deranged Trump supporter and you need help getting out of the cult. All right, I'll help you, but you got to be willing to do the work. All right, who is this, ladies and gentlemen? Who is this? User 669. Good morning. How are you doing? You know they come up here with these hidden accounts sometimes when they don't want to actually put an address on their love for Donald Trump. User, are you there?
The only wise I have to be coming up in here because I want to leave.
Exactly.
Uh-oh, I don't think User wanted to be in the box. Woo! User, don't worry. I got you out of here. Don't worry. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you believe that Donald Trump is the best thing for this country. I don't got all morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Yeah. Uh-oh. Dan Brown. Come up in the box. You know you just lied. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Well, what I'll do is this. I'll give him one more chance. You mean a deranged? I tried to bring you up, Dan, but Dan knows better. Dan knows that the end is near. All right. What I'll do is this. There was also a part. It says I'm gonna call them MAGA demons. Yeah, they are MAGA demons. Okay. Levi's begged me. Levi seems to want more. All right, come on up here, Levi. Let's get it out of the way. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. Levi.
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
I'm all right, but why do you come up here and you know what I stand for and what I don't stand for?
Just so we can have another civilized conversation, buddy.
Well, is there anything new you want to bring to the kingdom before I throw you back into the lake of fire? I mean, have you decided to repent?
Repent against Kamala Harris for sure, bud.
You know, Kamala.
Yeah, whatever her name is, bro.
Okay, see, that's enough right there. See, you see, that's the disrespect, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Levi a huge round of boos and shame. if you Trump supporters, if y'all really had valid concerns, I would be willing to hear you out. But as far as I'm concerned, it's the same old rhetoric. It's the same old playbook, like Vice President Harris said. And it's time to turn the page on Donald J. Trump and his supporters. All right, so let's get some new, fresh ideas in here. Why are Trump supporters so angry? Because they know the end is near, and they see the wonderful work that we're doing out here, especially out here on TikTok, and they're going, I don't know about that. I don't think I could get up here and actually defend Donald J. Trump. Now, in the interview yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, they did ask the former president. They said, do you know who tried to take you out? And we're not talking about a date. We're not talking about a date. All right. Let me see. Where is it at? Let's see. Where is it at? There it goes. Yeah. Who does he think tried to take him out? All right. And listen to this answer he gives. All right. It's if you know how Donald Trump talks, he's connecting the dots when they ask him, so who's the one trying to take you out, Mr. Former President? All right. Listen to what he said.
Amazing experience.
Do you feel like a increase in your spirituality after something like
Well, maybe, especially amazing experience.
Do you feel like
amazing experience.
Do you feel like a increase in your spirituality after something like
Well, maybe, especially when I'm hearing from people that do shoot and are good at it, that it was almost impossible to miss from, like a 1 foot putt.
You start to
very
believe,
like you got to miss it.
Think, try to take you out.
So I'm going to give you some big breaking news, right?
Love that.
Because I know the kind of show and it's entertainment, but it's also very serious. I mean, I get the whole picture. And you know what? If it was just funny stuff, you wouldn't have the success you've got, to be honest with you, right?
This is the answer on who do you think tried to take you out. And notice he's unable to give a direct answer. But watch who he is suggesting he believes is behind trying to take him out.
I'll give you something. So, first of all, I have great respect for the Secret Service. And the guys that were with me...
So, first of all, he's suggesting it was the Secret Service. You see how he did that?
And I did a good job going down because those bullets were winging over my head. If I would have been up for another couple of seconds, I also wouldn't have been there. Yeah. But I didn't consider that as lucky as turning to the right at that one. It was like 1/16 of a second. Yeah. Was the only time that I was safe, essentially. Right. If I would have gone a little further, I would have been hit. If I would have gone not as far, I would have been hit. I mean, I had like this little tiny moment. And the amazing thing is the sign is always on my left. And it's always at the end, and I only use it 20% of the time, maybe even less than that. This was a chart. Right. This was a chart on immigration because I have the record. I did a great job in immigration. They are not doing too well right now.
Stay on the breaking news.
So here's the thing. So you have this shooter, and you have another shooter, right? Yeah. So this shooter had 3 or so cell phones. The FBI has never gotten them opened.
Wow.
The other shooter, 3 apps, they call them. And I believe they were foreign-based apps, from what I understand.
Oh, wow.
They haven't opened them, and they're foreign-based. And you hear all about Iran, because
here he goes.
Iran, but I want to see Iran do great.
He wants to see Iran do great. So what we're hearing, because you know how he talks, he's connecting the dots. Secret Service, Iran. And this is the issue here, ladies and gentlemen. We all know, at least some of us know, do we think it was Secret Service in Iran, or do we think this may have been staged, ladies and gentlemen? A lot of us understand this looks more staged than an actual job, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do? Once again, we've caught Donald Trump in another lie, and he's being evasive because he knows he's lying. Join me in giving him another round of booze and shame. Hit the stage. Thank you, everyone. Staged. You see everyone in the chat is saying it's staged.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
And it's not working. They thought that this little publicity stunt that Trump had, look at everyone's putting staged in the, you see this MAGA? It's not just Zeus. It's not me. And if you ask people why, because we know Donald Trump is so desperate. He's so desperate to avoid going to prison. He's desperate. All right. Now, do we need to go deeper into this interview of lies, or should we go straight to the box? Actually, there was another part in here. That we didn't cover. Let's get to it. All right. When Donald Trump said he's a truthful person. Did you all see this part? This hit the news when he did this. He said he's a truthful person. Hold on. Okay, let's go right here. Hold on. Jeez. Hold on.
Permanent housing gives you the safety you want. You turn the lock and you're in. The key is just...
Thank you, everyone, for letting MAGA know it was staged, all right?
So I'm going to give you some big...
Here he goes.
He can't. I can. I can say, Alex, I'm doing it. He said, thank you. No, but you can't. They turn the cameras off with this guy. Do you ever see it? The cameras are off. The lights go off. Everyone. It's just, you see, he's in deep trouble. We're in no trouble. Yeah. But I'll tell you what. I asked Alex. He's an influencer. You know, he's a big name influencer. I don't know if he's in this league. I don't know who that. And I said to him, knowing nothing about influencers, I said, who is the biggest of all the influencers, sir? That's the easiest question you've ever asked me. Who is it? You, sir.
That's true.
I said, no, I never thought of it. He said, you're the biggest. You have hundreds of millions of people. You have more people than anybody else by far. You know, before they took away, I went from having 280 million on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. The three of them combined, 280. I think I was number one because Zuckerberg told me that. He came to the White House. He said, congratulations, you're number one on Facebook. You know, so I went from that to having nobody. That was like cold turkey, right? You'd call that cold turkey. Like that would be like if we didn't do business with China. One day I said, no more business with China. You go cold turkey, right? And I went and I said, boy, but I had a lot to say. This was after the presidency, of course. You know, they do it after the presidency. During the presidency, they're a little bit...
They're very nice.
But anyway, I went totally off. I had nobody. And I had all these ideas. And I couldn't get the word out. And I had some good thoughts. And people want to hear my thoughts. And I did a thing called... They can say what they want. I have a hard time doing it to them. Because I'm basically a truthful person. But frankly,
even the host has to laugh in Donald Trump's face. Does anyone think Donald Trump is a truthful person? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe Donald Trump is a truthful person. All right. See this, and see, you see why I run this show the way that I do, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Look at all of the no's. Donald Trump is not a truthful person. He's a sick person. He's an evil person. Look at all these people. Yeah. If you believe Donald Trump is truthful, put a 1 in the chat. I'll hear from you. Come on up here and tell us why you believe Donald Trump is truthful. You see how these people, I say, come on up here and put a little meat on the bone, and they don't want to do it. It is so funny. All right. Well, since who do we have here? The truth ain't in them. I got to be careful. Look at this. Greetings. This is. You see how they get when they get in the box? Uh-oh, how did I end up on the Zeus's show full of lies? Don't worry, I'll go ahead and send you to the lake of fire. Don't worry. You know what? I don't know. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter, all right, and you believe that Donald J. Trump is your Lord and Savior, and he's going to save you. Okay. Look at that. This is what you call a nice, clean operation right here. All All right, we'll take an intermission. Yes, come on up here, Z-Pac. How are you doing? Oh, Lord.
Well, excuse me. How dare you talk about me in such a terrible way? You're talking about me and saying that I'm evil, but I'm sitting here and I'm tweeting, truth socialing, and I'm doing a great job. I'm right here. It's unbelievable.
But why are you still wearing the part of your suit like that? You're still wearing the coat jacket and the tie. I mean, don't you think that's a little too much? You have to
Well,
look you have to look like that even when you're using the restroom.
Well, the tie is covering they call it the pee-pee. And so it's covering it, and it's, quite frankly, there's no problem there.
Well, there's a lot of things going on in there. What are you doing with the American flag in the background?
Well, as you know, we use the American flag as a beautiful prop, and we put it behind me. It's a curtain of my gratitude to the country. And I'm doing a great job just sitting here.
Well, the thing is, this might be your last time using that toilet because you know what's coming in a few more weeks, right? You're probably going to lose the election, and then you're going to spend the rest of your time in prison. You know that, right? And so my question to you is, what are you doing to prepare yourself as well as your supporters?
So nasty. You're so nasty.
No. I'm being nice about it because you know I got to keep it clean. There's a lot more things I would love to say to you, but unfortunately I can't because you know this is TikTok. But what are you doing to prepare yourself and your supporters? Because you know they've been prophesying there's going to be a great separation from you and your supporters. All right.
Well, we've got a small coup. People are saying we're setting up a smaller coup. It's going to be a lot smaller than the first one. Because a lot of these people are in prison, and so we're going to organize it, and it's going to be tremendous. If you look at it in terms of a standpoint of coup, it's going to be tremendous.
Well, you know what happened. You know what happened last time when you planned something like this. It turned into a bunch of folks in your inner circle getting indicted, even you. And now look at that. You know, you got some of your supporters now sitting in prison. I would think you would have learned. I would think you would have learned that you shouldn't do that.
I've got no issue with this, Zeus, because we're doing tremendous things. We've got people in numbers that you've never seen that have gone to prison for me, and they do it as a badge of courage. They do it as a red badge.
Do you feel bad that your supporters throw their life away for you in any way? Do you feel bad at all? Because I'm trying to help them understand that worshiping you is probably not a good idea.
Well, I take no responsibility. I take zero. In fact, zero. They call it zero. I take zero responsibility for any of this.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
I think that it's a disgrace that the people who are Antifa are in prison, and I'm going to bail them out because they're prisoners.
So you are Antifa?
Well, these people, they were definitely not my people, but they're still patriots, and I'm still going to bail them out. I'm very confusing in my manner, but
well, you know, there's a question I got. If you had to, let's just say, go on an island, perhaps, and you had to have a choice between two people, who would you choose, Nancy Pelosi or Mike Pence? I gotta say, that keeps me up at night.
I would choose P. Diddy.
No. I didn't say P. Diddy. I said Nancy Pelosi or Mike Pence.
Nice black man.
Okay. I'll throw P. Diddy in, but you got to pick someone else as well. P. Diddy, you, and either Nancy Pelosi or Mike Pence. Which one?
On an island, well.
Yeah.
Well, I think that if you're looking at it in terms of procreation, we would need somebody who would be able to procreate. So it definitely would have to be probably Nancy Pelosi.
All right. Wow. Good choice.
It would be aggressive.
Hey, that right there just shows me you haven't lost your mind completely. All right? You haven't. All right. Now, one last question, and then I got to move it on, my good friend. All right. But you're doing okay. Otherwise, you're doing okay, considering the fact that Vice President Kamala Harris is pretty much beating you in the polls. Why do you think that is?
So nasty. We're winning at every poll.
No.
We had a poll come out. It was a beautiful poll.
No. Actually, you're not. Actually, in the gap in Arizona, I've looked at it in terms of her ability to, handle the economy. She's completely closed it. Americans are now saying they trust her more with the economy than you. And even the border issue, the issue with immigration. Americans are now saying they trust Vice President Kamala Harris with that more than they trust you. What does that tell you about you? No, I'm telling the truth.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful poll. It was wonderful. And people were dancing around it, and they were throwing money at the poll.
Oh, okay.
And so we were doing great things.
Nasty.
And I've been to a lot of different states that have different, pool places.
Wow.
And they throw money, and they say Trump is winning. And so that is what we're doing.
Oh, okay. So it's another non-answer to a very serious question. I guess you're used to your supporters doing this, right? When you just say random stuff, they cheer for you. All right, but unfortunately, we don't do that over here. When you don't answer serious questions, sir, you know what we do?
We throw them in the lake of toilet.
Yeah, no. So guess what's coming? Unfortunately, the truth is not in you.
Excuse me. That sounds like a hairdresser.
Lake of fire? Do we throw him in the lake of fire, ladies and gentlemen?
Like
because he's a liar. He's a grifter. He doesn't care about his supporters.
Right.
Oh my!
Please grift.
Any last words? Any last words, Mr. Former President? Any last words?
Well, yes, I'd like to get to 1,000 votes if that could happen. We need 11,000 people.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
get to 1,000.
He's trying to get to 1,000. Any of you Trump supporters going to help him get to 1,000 before I toss him into the lake of fire? 3, 2, 1. What a nasty! Oh, he barely made it. Thank you, Red.
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
Unfortunately, we're not giving the former president any special passes around here. All right. But, I appreciate him realizing it was better for him to come out here and talk to Zeus, all right, than for him to go anywhere else on this app, all right? All right, we got to move this show on, all right, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Put a 1 in the chat if you are a deranged Trump supporter and you believe that Donald J. Trump is the best thing for this country since sliced bread, all right? Oh, North Carolina for Trump. Oh, Jesse, you can't even come into the box, all right? Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. I just joined. Was that really Trump on the line? Some say it was. Some do say it was. All right. Oh my goodness. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. We don't got all morning. All right. Okay. Who is this? All right. Who is this right here? Oh my goodness. Look at this. Melania. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Is there any questions that you would like to ask me? Did you read my book?
Oh, what's the name of the book? What on earth is happening?
Pro-life. I'm about women's rights, sir. All of a sudden.
Well, we can tell who you are.
No, you really can't.
No, we can. We know bounce when we hear it. Come on now. So is this? Lord have mercy. Back to back. MAGA, do you see what it's turned into over here? What a treat. What is the name of your book?
I'm about women's rights now because my husband's gonna lose, and so I'm trying to make my way back into the hearts of the American people.
Oh, so you do know Donald Trump is going to lose.
Yes, I do. And I'm so happy that Miss Laura Loomer is traveling all over these states with my husband.
Oh,
I'm very happy.
But don't you think that's infidelity? Infidelity, blow the whistle, that's cheating.
No,
Don't.
it's actually not. We're all sister wives.
What does that even mean?
That means that I allow them to partake in all my husband's needs.
You wouldn't have an issue if your husband, and I want you to really imagine this, enters a hotel room. You know that ridiculous suit that he wears with the long red tie? He rips that off, right?
Yes.
Takes his red tie, loosens it up, right? And then he has a dress shirt underneath, and he unbuttons that thing, and you see what comes out.
Oh,
And I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
And then he goes to the lower region and undoes that belt, and then that diaper comes off.
Ooh, I got
You wouldn't have a problem. You wouldn't have a problem with that if you did that for another woman.
No, I don't, and I'm so happy for Laura Loomer because she's making my life a lot easier. See, she goes around on those planes with my husband, and so since she got those big old lips, she's servicing everybody.
But why be married to him then if you're okay with him showing everyone his diaper?
Oh, because I just need to make sure that I can keep my Secret Service and that I can continue to grift off of the American people.
Wow. Wow.
Because I came over here on an Einstein visa. You know that, right?
I didn't know. I didn't know. So you're an immigrant.
I am very much an immigrant. Yes.
Wow. It's funny to me that it's like Donald Trump isn't living what he's preaching.
No, he really isn't, because we employ them at Mar-e-Largo.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes, they help me in the morning. I ring that little bell, because in the morning, my husband, oh my God. I can't take that smell, and so I have the servants come in and get him on up out that nasty bed that he soiled all night. But
so he is a bedwetting ish. He wets the bed too. This is crazy.
He does more than wet the bed. But I tell them all the time, look,
this is crazy.
You all stop going to McDonald's and getting him 7 Big Macs and a Diet Coke and an apple pie, because it just really messes with his stomach. And I'm telling on all his kids, too, because I got the secrets on all of them. I'm just trying to keep the borders open right now because I'm going to need an exit plan. And so I got to take me and Barron, however we can get across that border back to Putin's arms. That's where we gonna go.
Well, speaking of Putin, we just found out that he had these secret phone calls with Putin.
Ooh, he done had more than that. Y'all just don't. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Don't you think that's an issue? Don't you think that's putting the United States national security apparatus at risk? Because we don't know what he's talking about. Do you think it's about politics, or is it more personal? Because
I can give you an example. He's gonna take those documents that y'all did not get, and he's already given them to them. So when my husband sent the COVID supplies over to Russia, and he didn't want none of y'all to know about it, he did more than just send supplies. I can tell you that.
Oh no.
Because Putin and I are very close, and so when I leave here, I'm going back home to my real man.
Wait! You gotta wait a second. You said your real man.
Yes.
Can I ask an honest question?
Yes.
About that, because I've heard things about him. What nationality is your real man?
Well, he don't really have one because he was born from the womb of Satan. So he doesn't actually have a nationality, sir. So when you say you gonna warm up that pits of hell, call it, he's not afraid of that. And so me and Barron are going back where we're safe, but right now we gotta still grift the American people. And that's why I want everybody to buy my book. Because see, when they won't take my contributions for the poor kids for college anymore, and the banks aren't dealing with me, so I don't know how I'm going to exist.
But wait a second now. Why are you with another man? What is this man doing for you?
Because that
Donald
is the thing, sir. We have an open marriage.
But what is he doing for you that Donald's not doing?
Well, see, he sent me here to marry Donald.
Oh.
Because he knew Donald was a fool.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes.
So this is some of that, back in the day stuff they used to do, they say it ain't easy, but that's what this is.
It ain't easy. So I just hold my breath and I just say, oh, Jesus, let it be over quick.
So but you do that with Donald or you do that with your real man?
I do that with Donald because he's so disgusting.
Got it.
He passes gas and everything.
Okay,
in
I
the
got
act.
it. Okay.
I'm the YMCA.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it. I mean, it ain't for everybody. I just wish you and him would be more open and honest with people.
I am open. I'm so open that America has seen it all. That's how open I am.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. That's crazy.
My beautiful pictures. You see my beautiful pictures?
That's crazy. That's crazy. You don't got to be talking like that. A lot of your followers are Christians.
No, they're not. They act just like me. I know, because we've all been to heritage parties.
Mm-hmm. And that's it right there. So it's just a strong demonic cult. And all of y'all nasty in there.
Yes, every last one of us are nasty. We love nastiness. Yes, we do. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, listen, one last question. Do you really think he's going to win this election?
Oh, hell no. He knows it. That's why he just came up with that new grift. The money that he claims that he's going to give to the disaster relief.
Yeah, the hurricane victims.
Yeah, but they didn't read the fine print. 20% goes to them and 80% goes to his campaign contributions, which really go in his pocket. Now, I keep telling that daughter-in-law his, have y'all noticed how we all have plastic surgery and our faces don't look the same?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm telling you people. And I say you people.
It's
you
fine.
know what I mean by you people, right? So what I tell you people is this. To all my MAGA supporters out there, I have been the best first lady ever.
Well, I'll say that. You're gonna put yourself above Michelle Obama? That's crazy.
Sure am,
see,
yes.
No,
I am
see.
Because
Time out.
I'm more intelligent.
No. See, that's a sin in the kingdom, Miss.
It is.
That is, and guess what that means? You might just be. You just crossed that threshold where you're a prime candidate for hell.
I am.
Absolutely, you can't come up here and disrespect a sister now that's been in the White House putting it down.
Well, because I stole her speech.
Oh, you go and admit and confess you a thief?
Yes, I don't have that much.
Okay. Well, I'd hate to do it. I
don't have that much sense.
I would hate to do it to you, ladies and gentlemen. But we have a MAGA demon. This is Melania Trump, by the way. I never met her, but this is Melania right here. And if not, this sure is the spirit of Melania. And and just like we did her husband, we're gonna have to warm up that lake of fire.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
Dunk
me. Yes, dunk me. Dunk me.
Oh, she said dunk? Okay.
Dunk me. Because you know what? All us MAGAs love your lake of fire. That's why we come up here.
Okay,
so
say
you
less.
Can dunk us.
Say less. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send this
Turn
to
it
Rain.
up.
Oh, I just turned it up. Join me in sending Melania Trump straight to the lake of fire. Let's give her a round of applause of shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it.
Translation: you done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
All right. I mean, you know what? I'll take it. Yeah. We sent Donald Trump and his wife to the lake of fire this morning. Do you Trump supporters get it? Thank you to those two previous guests, because we needed that moment together. We needed that moment together on TikTok to make sure everyone understands what's truly at stake this election. Oh, he said it's ghetto. Come on up here, Big Papa. Come on up here. What made that ghetto in your opinion? Come on up here, Nasty Papa. We're going to call you Nasty Papa. Look at a lot of people are saying they love it. Let's go ahead and give Bounce a round of applause. And Greg. See, I invited that Trump supporter, what was his name? Big something out there. I said, get in the box and tell me what your issue was with that. And guess what? Stayed his special behind in the chat section. This is what we're talking about. Your souls are on the line, you Trump supporter. You Trump supporters. Yeah, they go around this app and they say some of the most disgusting things. All right, then we bring them in the box and we really hear them out and get them to unplug the truth and tell us what's on their mind. And guess what they do? Oh, you know, Zeus, you're the problem. Democrats are the problem. The Democrats aren't the problem. Yeah, Donald Trump does belong in the lake of fire. Yeah, the Democrats aren't the problem. It's the Trump supporters in this country, and that's why I stand. That's why I do what I do every morning, right? We get out here and we tell the truth and we shame the devil, all right? So if you're a Trump supporter, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you believe that Donald J. Trump is the best thing for this country since sliced bread, all right? All right, come on in the box. Thank you, Miss Cam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump. Oh, Wilbur, come on up here, Wilbur. Oh, Wilbur, you can't even send a guest request, Wilbur. You can't. You love that we're doing it like this. All right, yeah, Wilbur. All right, tap the screen. Yes, tap the screen, everybody. All right, we're getting through it. We're getting through it. One guest at a time. Spark Joy, I do appreciate you as well. All right. Let's see who we have. What we have. Kimberly. Kimberly, come on up in the box, Kimberly. We want to hear from you. No lies detected. Come on. Darkest Brandon, was Zeus at the Diddy party? No. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate that. Oh, okay, I might post what bounce. Yeah, I'll post the video on my YouTube. Yeah, I definitely will. Kimberly, come on up here. Zeus sent you a guest request. Uh-oh, Cassandra, come on up here. Come on up here, Cassandra. You said Kamala will lose. Oh, I remember Cassandra Da Vinci. She's too afraid to get in the box and defend her daddy. Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to send a guest request and have a conversation with Big Zeus. I get it. But it's fine. Wilbur, come on up here, Wilbur. Uh-oh. It's patching through. It's funny. It looks orange. Your box is orange, Wilbur. Now your box is black. Wilbur. Jesus Christ. Wilbur, where are you at, Wilbur?
Hey.
Wilbur.
I'm at work. Yeah.
What's all that noise in your background?
There's no noise. Anyway, I love Donald Trump. He's my hero. And I have his poster on my ceiling. And
Wilbur, there's a delay. I don't know what you're doing. But I gotta double back and come talk to somebody else, okay, my good friend? All right, seriously. Thank you, but come on back. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. All right, you believe that Donald J. Trump is the best thing for this country since sliced bread. All right, come on up. Who do we have next? This is another person, Philip, I believe. Orange box. Jeez. I mean, we're having a connectivity issue. Put Philip. Jeez. Jesus Christ. I guess it's not working with you, Philip. All right, let's move on to our next panelist. Who do we have here? We're just going through the ones that are in the guest request real quick. Since the ones Rebuilding Connection Center. Good morning. Rebuilding.
Hello.
Yes. Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, no. I'm not a Trump supporter.
Oh, okay. Well, what can I help you with, if you don't mind?
Well, I just wanted to say that all those Trump supporters, don't they know that if Trump doesn't pay back all that money that he borrowed from Putin and Kim Jong-un, that he's not going to be here anyway?
What do you mean by that? Wait a minute. I can't hear you now.
20 million from Putin and 50 million from Kim Jong-un.
Oh.
So that's why he is getting all this money from people. He has to pay that money back.
Oh. So he's accepting money from foreign governments.
Yes.
Wow. This is why I think that even if Donald Trump were to win, I believe that within the first few months, he would be impeached right away. So the real threat is J.D. Vance, honestly. I don't see Donald Trump, even if he were winning, making it the full term. They're just using him for the votes.
He is a puppet. You're right.
Yeah.
I just want to come on and say that, Zeus, and it's so good to hear you every morning.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate you, having the courage to get up in here and share the truth out the way that you did, because it's very important that we let the American people know what's at stake this election. Seriously.
They wouldn't believe it. It doesn't matter what you say, who you bring up, they're not going to believe it. They're hooked. They're locked. They're locked in.
What do you think about these blacks for Donald Trump, if you don't mind? I would like.
There's not that many of them.
Have they been compromised?
Yes, a lot of them have.
Thank you. That's what I want to make sure we have an understanding about. All right, but listen, I don't want to hold you up for too long. Thank you so much, Rebuilding. All right, you come on back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Rebuilding a round of applause. Loud and wrong. All righty then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Rebuilding for you right there. All right, let's go back and have some more conversations. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to speak and get it out there about why you love Donald J. Trump. You love sliced bread, but you can't stand Trump. Neither can I. I mean, and that's why we get out here and we say what we say. Donald Trump thinks he's a truthful person. His supporters call themselves Christians. All right. I mean, and it's the most bizarre thing, because it's like, hey, don't you understand that we can read? We can actually connect dots probably better than Donald Trump. All right. Let's see. Who do we have next, ladies and gentlemen? Who do we have next, ladies and gentlemen? Put a 1 in the chat. Oh my goodness, Linda girl. Come. Okay. Here we go. You got these people out here. You got these people out here that continue to spam my chat and say, we love Donald Trump, but then when I send guest requests to them, they oh, no, Zeus, I can't, Zeus, because I'm at work, I'm driving, I'm in the hot tub. I really don't want to have these conversations. Oh, Zeus, new website for MAGA is called leavingmaga.org. Okay. Juanita.
Hello.
Juanita.
Hello.
There's an echo.
Hello.
Juanita.
Hello.
I'm gonna mute you. Maybe. Can you hit unmute, Juanita?
Hello.
Maybe. Can you hit unmute? Uh-oh. Maybe you gotta drop and send another guest request, Juanita. There's an echo. I gotta try that. Let's try it again. All right. Yeah, minimize the app and then come on back, Juanita. Send Zeus a guest request. All right, what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen, is I like to do the go back and forth between MAGA and maybe even now and then some entertainment, like we've had those other guests. but then we want to get back and have some of these serious conversations with our friends and family out here. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. I was going to try to hear from Juanita, but I don't know where Juanita went. Texas, do me a favor, Texas. Just be quiet. All right? You just might learn something from this show. It's getting kind of ridiculous to see the same people in here still failing the same test. Every day they come in and they fail the same test over and over and over, and they haven't learned a single thing. So knock it off, Texas, and put your shirt back on. All right, let's see where are we at. Where's Juanita at? Did Juanita disappear? I think Juanita disappeared, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, Juanita, I gave you a little time. All right. Oh, no. All the Allie Carter video of the guy. Oh, that Drew. Okay, no, I don't know about Allie Carter. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. You know who I'm looking for. I'm looking for a certified MAGA demon. I'm looking for a certified MAGA demon. All right, who do we have next? Okay, let's go. Let's go here. Let's go here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Tony, good morning. Who do we have here? Good morning, Tony. All right, well, Tony, you stick to doing what you're doing. All right. It sounded like Tony was, he's asleep, huh? Probably had a beer. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. All right. Let's bring up the next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Octavia, come on up here, Octavia. Oh, where did Octavia go? Yeah, Tony was sound asleep. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Yeah, beer for breakfast. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. Let's see where we at. Oh, Octavia, you were there. You came back. Come on back, Octavia. Good morning. How are you? Uh-oh. Pocket dialed Zeus in his sleep. Yeah. Octavia, come on back, Octavia. Okay, there's something going on with the connection, all right? Let's go. Who do we have next? Henry, send a guest request if you want to talk to Zeus. What is the deal with Kamala? Henry. Henry is doing something. We don't know what he's doing. All right, bring up the next panelist. Who do we have next? James, good morning. James. Going once, going twice, sold. All right. They gave Donald Trump a Purple Heart. What did they give Donald Trump a Purple Heart for? Yeah, put a 1 in the chat real quick if you're a Trump supporter. We don't got much time. We're on a time schedule. All right. We're looking. They're doing this intentionally. Don't worry. We're still cooking them. Yeah, I think they're done. They know better. Blade Runner, send a guest request. He gave himself a Purple Heart. Nasty. All right, who do we have? 1,000 Lori. Come on up here, Lori. Zeus just sent you a guest request. Send the guest request. Accept the guest request. All right. Bone Spurs. Nasty work. You thought I had served the military? Wait a second. Nope. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. There we go. Uh-oh, Elding. Come on up here, Elding. I don't know what. Okay, who do we got here? 1,000. Lori. Uh-oh, Lori, you're a Trump supporter?
Yes.
All right. Well, Elding, I'll talk to Lori first. But, Lori, thank you for having the courage to come on the show. How are you doing this morning?
Well, not good. There's a thing going viral about a young lady. Her name is Allie,Ally Carter. And people need to see this. I do support Trump. Our world is gonna end if he loses.
What? Who's
And
Allie
I
Carter?
really-
Who's Allie Carter?
It's got something to do with the guy that was arrested for the underground stuff that was going on. Where they were. Listen, all these kids, it's all over the news. All these children are missing from that country that the people were coming over. I can't talk good, my voice.
Oh, Allie, let me ask you a question. Does this have anything to do with stuff Donald Trump has been saying?
Yeah.
And the migrants?
Well, all the migrant children they disappeared. They can't find them. But Allie is all over TikTok.
Wow.
And if you watch her TikTok and what she's been through, and
who do you think is behind it?
She tells you everybody.
Who?
She's saying that Obama. She's saying Biden. It's all on her video.
Lori, I think God told you to come to this show this morning. I think God sent you to me.
And
You ready?
I said to God,
Lori,
please have mercy on us.
Lori, God sent you to talk to Zeus this morning. All right, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just
okay. I need you to do something, and it's probably going to be very tough for you to do. But I'm going to need you to rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus this morning. Could you do that?
Yes, I rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. What's happened? What part of the country are you in?
From Rochester.
Okay. Donald Trump has done a number of bad things to you. He's indoctrinated you. He's pretty much manipulated you into believing a bunch of lies.
Yeah, but
and it's to the point now where you are actually not even questioning anything Donald Trump says. You just run with it.
No, I'm questioning our world in the predicament it's in. The way, listen, yes,
but I am too.
Make mistakes.
I'm questioning the world too, Lori.
What people are doing to children.
But what about what Donald Trump is doing? What about what Donald Trump is doing to the children?
Listen.
Do you know what he's said about children?
No, I don't. But I'm just going by what Allie said.
Let me say this. Can you just listen to this?
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Listen to this.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
What did he say?
If Obama's daughter was, he would be. If it wasn't his daughter, he would be dating her.
He said, if Ivanka wasn't my daughter,
I would date her.
What do you say? What do you say about that? Isn't that harmful to children?
Well, I don't know. I don't take it that way because, my brother said the same thing to me one time. If you were my sister, I'd go with you.
Your brother said that?
Yeah. When I was younger.
How about this?
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
What did he say?
He brought up the sex thing.
With his daughter.
But, okay, but.
Now, again, but Lori, again, we got to protect the kids.
Sir,
we got to protect the kids, correct? Right?
Yes, and that's what's important.
Now, what father says they want sex in common with their kids? Do you see why the good Lord sent you to Zeus this morning, Lori? Because I have to take the fog out of your mind and open your eyes to help you understand that the actual persecution and the sadness you're feeling is coming from the reality that you've been manipulated by Donald Trump. It's like the wolf in the hen house, and you're just now realizing Donald Trump is the wolf in the hen house.
But what does his sexual thing got to do with fixing our country? We all have sinned in this world. Okay, God.
But we're protecting the kids.
On the cross for the sins of the world.
But we're protecting the kids, right?
There's certain sins we can be forgiven about. Yes, but that's up to God to judge us all by the way we live. It's not up to us to judge each other.
But earlier you came in crying about Allie Carter and protecting children. I just wanted you to understand that I want to protect the kids too, but unfortunately, Donald Trump isn't the right person to protect the kids, because if you look at his record, right, he's actually been hanging out with people like Jeffrey Epstein, right? And that's not a good person. Jeffrey Epstein is not a good person, right?
No.
So how do you tell the good Lord that you're supporting Donald Trump, a person you've known as?
Support him.
But the good Lord told you not to do that. He said, abstain from the appearance of evil. Correct?
Yes, but I have to.
Ain't no but. Jesus didn't tell you to do whatever he said do, but he said if you loved him, you would keep his word. See, you've hidden the word of God in your heart, Lori, and that's why the good
fixing America.
Part of it, you can't fix a country you can't fix the country with the devil, right?
Yeah, but she's no better.
She's a lot better.
Yeah, but sir, I mean, this is the land of the free, okay?
Yeah.
We have our opinions.
The Bible says, wait. The Bible says we should take care.
You have the right to feel your way, sir, and I have my right. But what this girl said on this video about Biden and them, that broke my heart. And if this is a fake video that this young lady's got up, it's sad.
Lori,
it's really sad.
Lori, that's why I'm talking to you. Do you think it's an accident that you ended up on my show this morning, or do you think the good Lord had something to do with it?
I don't know.
God doesn't make any mistakes, Lori. This is necessary. You are in a state of delusion. Your mind has been compromised because
by this video.
No. Okay, and that video, if you trace it, it comes from the Trump campaign. In some way, shape, or form, all of the lies that you've been fed. Do you have a secondary device on you? I got some more.
No,
go look it up. Go look it up, Lori. Trump lied over 30,000 times in his first term in office. Let me ask you a question.
I'm not saying he's perfect.
But what did the Bible say? Who's the father?
The world is in a bad place right now by the way it's being ran now, is all I'm saying. I'm not judging nobody, but we need change. Is she going to give change? She should have gave change. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I worked all my life. I'm sickly now. I'm not even supposed to be talking with my voice box, okay?
I got you.
And look I'm suffering. I worked, I pay taxes.
I got you.
I'm suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Is it fair? No, it's not fair.
Right.
Like, and then my family in North Carolina, all this going on.
You know what I want to say to you though, while you're saying that,
talking about there's no funding, and I'm like, are you joking? Like, this is hard on me.
Lori, I and it's hard on me too, because all week long I've been having to tell people who support Donald Trump to get help from the government. They don't trust the United States government to the point where they're willing to throw their lives away, right? And it's crazy, because when you ask them, why don't you trust the government? The answers that they give me, I can go look it up on the internet and find all their answers are coming from Donald Trump and JD fans. I've been telling people like you all month long, the people that are harmed the most by Donald Trump are his own supporters. because Donald Trump is the Antichrist. He has the spirit of the Antichrist, I should say. All right. It says in John 8, chapter 8, verse 44, you are of the father, the devil, and the desires of your father you want to do. He was an unaliver from the beginning. He does not stand for the truth because there is no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he speaks from his own resources, for he is a liar and the father of it. Donald Trump lied over 30,000 times while he was in office, and it's on record, Lori. So you have to, if you're using your spiritual mind, understand
And I am.
Donald Trump is a liar.
In the spiritual room, he's chosen him.
No.
I do believe in God.
Okay.
I follow my heart.
Now,
sir.
let me say something to you about Vice President Kamala
You're
Harris.
judging.
Let me say something to you about Vice President.
Judging him when it's not our place to judge in this world, sir.
Let me ask you a question.
She is not perfect. She's made her mistakes just like anybody else. It's about our country, not about what they've done. It's about our country, sir.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Lori. Vice President Harris cared for her aging mother and knows the financial and emotional strain it can cause for families. The Harris-Walz administration will strengthen Medicare to cover home care for seniors, which will save families money and keep seniors out of nursing homes. In addition to covering vision and hearing benefits to help seniors live independently for longer. What is your problem with that?
I'm not saying, I'm not on here to judge her. I'm on here because America needs to be fixed.
But
they had 4 years, sir.
Do you hear what I just read? Did you hear what I just read, Lori?
I'm glad she helped her mother, sir. That's a good
what
thing.
about
Okay.
what about her strengthen? But she's also trying to.
Mean she doesn't lie.
She's trying to strengthen
She's
Medicare.
done things in her life, just like we all done, sir. We've all had skeletons, sir.
Okay, but she's trying to strengthen Medicare so that seniors can save money.
She's taking things from me. So how can you sit there, sir, and say that? She is taking from me. I worked. I'm old now. Yeah, that picture you see of me is when I was young. I'm old.
Well, you look good. You looked good. You still look good. All right, but what I need for you to do, ma'am, honestly, is I need you to.
You're saying she wants to help Medicaid. She's taking from me.
She's not taking. Okay, let me ask you. I'm going to go back. I didn't want to go this far, but remember I just read about the father of. Remember I just read to you in John chapter 8 verse 44 about the father of lies. Remember I just read that and I shared that with you, correct?
Yes, you did.
Okay. You have to at some point, Lori, come to grips with the reality that everything you believe about Vice President Kamala Harris is not true. How can you say she took from you when I'm giving you information showing you she's trying to give? You can't say someone giving you something is someone taking it from you.
I'm
right?
not. Listen.
But am I making any sense? At least when I say that, like if I give you $20, if I give you $20. If I give you $20, you can't say I took $20 from you and be telling the truth.
Okay, but I'm the one, sir, that is losing and having to go through stuff because of who my president is today. I wasn't going through it 4 years ago, sir. So at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
I'm not trying to judge nobody.
Let me ask you a question.
You know what?
Lori, can I ask Lori, can I ask you a question? What was 4 years from today? What was 4 years from today? If you were to go look at your calendar, go back 4 years from today, what year would it?
4 years ago.
What year was it? What year was it 4 years from today?
within the past years when they've been they're
Lori,
messing with Medicaid.
Lori, it would have been October 10th, 2020, correct?
I mean, they're the ones in charge of a lot of this, sir.
You know what happened around this time? I'm going to read to you a headline. Let me read to you a headline, and let me know if this rings a bell in you. Trump holds first public event at the White House since testing positive for COVID-19. This was on October 10th, 2020. Were you in the United States when Donald Trump tested positive?
Yes.
So
I heard about it.
Were you having a lot of fun while Donald Trump was testing positive in this country, or what were you doing? What were you doing around this time, if you don't mind?
Around that time, everything was fine with my Medicaid, everything. Everything. That's what I'm saying.
You didn't wait. So you didn't know about all the Americans that were losing their life?
Oh no, I know. No, my sister, for heaven's sakes, my sister died of COVID.
Okay. So Lori, why would you sit here knowing that at that time you lost it?
Bring COVID here, sir.
But you just said 4 years ago you were doing great. Would you call losing your sister doing great?
Sir, Trump did not bring COVID to our world.
He was the president. Remember, you said this all happens because of the president, right? I'm giving you proof that something bad happened while Trump was president. So how can you still sit up here and try to act like if we get him back in the White House, all your problems are going to go away and the sky is going to part? They're not. Lori, I need you to come out of the cult now.
I have nothing against, Biden, but Biden is too old to take care of the country.
Is Biden running? No. But I'll give you this, Lori.
Okay.
But Lori, I'll give you this. Lori.
We never voted her in.
Lori?
Do you understand?
Lori?
I
understand.
was voted in.
Lori, you're moving. I need you to you see that light in your mind?
My anxiety, sir.
Lori, do you see that light right there? You see that light? Come walk into the light just a little bit. All right?
What? Oh, honey, I've been in the light. I believe in God.
Okay. So stop right there. Let's agree that Donald Trump was the president 4 years ago and he tested positive, and that was right around the same time you lost your sister, because that's your words, and you wouldn't lie to
Trump
this.
didn't bring COVID here either.
But that was not a good time. That was not a good time, Lori. That wasn't a good time. Say it. It wasn't a good time. Whether it was Trump's fault or not.
COVID was in our country, no.
Okay, stop. Okay, thank you.
Every time Trump runs, they're trying to do something bad.
Lori, the reason that I'm glad that you finally admitted it wasn't a good time, because earlier you said
President Trump didn't bring it here.
But earlier you said 4 years ago you were having a good time. But now I've got you to confess.
No, I'm saying 4 years ago my life was fine on my Medicaid and everything. Now it's not, since Biden and her. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, and I'm just
about what I worked for, sir.
So your
Medicaid.
So let me understand this. Your Medicaid was fine, but you lost your sister.
From the COVID, yes. And Trump has nothing to do with the COVID. Why would you accuse him of bringing COVID to our world?
You want me to really give you some more information?
No, because I can see this really isn't going anywhere.
I'll tell you why. Because in 2018, you know what he did? He disbanded Obama's COVID response team. And why did he do that? Oh, because he didn't like Barack Obama. So guess what he did? He took away America's ability to respond to a pandemic. And guess who ended up hurt? Lori? Americans. And then we find out just a few days ago that he's been having secret phone calls with Vladimir Putin and sending the president of Russia COVID tests and equipment. I don't know about you, but that's un-American.
Of the United States of America. Listen, We shouldn't be at war. We should not be at war. A lot of innocent people are dying, sir.
Lori?
And she's sponsoring them to kill more.
Lori.
This is not right.
Lori.
This isn't what God wants.
Lori, I'm going to go ahead and say something to you, and I need you to be 100% honest with me. I've tried my hardest this morning to get you to see the truth. I've given you information that shows Kamala Harris is out here trying to take care of the least among us, right? But by strengthening Medicare so that it's not a burden for people to take care of their loved ones when they get older, all right? Especially, that in-house healthcare that a lot of Americans need, all right? And you turned around and flipped it and made it look like Kamala was a liar. I've given you proof that. Hold on, Lori. I've given Lori. Just
sponsoring
Lori,
sir.
Lori, please, come on, please. I'm really trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice because I want to respect you and understand where you're coming from. I also gave you proof that Donald Trump is a liar, and the Bible doesn't align with liars because you know what the good book says about it. I gave you proof. I also went back 4 years ago from today, gave you information that demonstrated that the president of the time was Donald Trump, and he himself contracted COVID. If he can't protect himself from COVID, how can he protect this country? So that's something you got to think about. And you also know that's around the time your sister lost her life due to COVID. For you to get up here and ignore the dangers that Donald Trump is, it's beyond me. And I want to make sure you know this one thing. I guess Lori decided that the truth was just too much to bear. But I'm going to finish saying what I needed to say to you, Lori. Every single person that ends up harmed in MAGA, you'll trace it and find out they're being harmed because of their cult leader, Donald Trump. Whether it's what happened during the pandemic when he got a bunch of you to not trust the vaccine, even though he went and took it. January 6th, I'm going to keep bringing up January 6th. Guess who's sitting in the prison right now? You are. Herman Cain, he lost his life as well due to the pandemic. Oh, and then we had the Butler incident. Who lost their lives? Trump supporters. For you Trump supporters to still not see that Donald Trump is intentionally putting your lives in danger is beyond me. Wake up. You come into my live, you start crying these crocodile tears. Oh, we want to protect the children. We want to protect the children, Zeus. We want to protect them. I play to you Donald Trump behaving like a predator when it comes to his daughter. We give you photos of him dancing with Jeffrey Epstein, P. Diddy. And you turn around and say, well, everyone makes a mistake here and there. You can't judge them. And you all wonder why hell on earth and destruction and chaos is running your lives. What else needs to happen to get you folks to wake up and get out of this cult? It's sad. And so what I'll do, Lori, I really do believe that deep down inside, you might be a great person. But unfortunately, when you're possessed with the MAGA demon, you're not such a great person. So I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to toss you into the lake of fire. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to. Let's go ahead and toss Lori into the lake of fire. All right? Because, see, she wouldn't accept the truth and chose darkness over light. And there's a price to pay. You know, the Bible says this. Join me in giving her a huge round of boos and shame.
MAGA demon.
Wow. I've seen it all. I really have seen it all, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen it all. Wow. You cannot make this stuff up. All right, let's go to the box. All right. Wow. Nutty.
So I was going to get up here and I was going to mock MAGA again, but after what I just heard, it's just downright sad and scary. Here you have a person saying that they're not going to judge because they can't judge, but yet they're judging the current president as well as the current Democratic presidential nominee. How in the world, Lori, was your life better? How in the world, when Zeus brings up to you the abhorrent things that Donald Trump has said in a sexual nature towards his own daughter, you want to excuse it, you want to forgive it, you want to say, but I'm still a Christian. How? It is sickening. It is sickening, and you absolutely need a lobotomy because something in your head is not right. This goes for every single one of you maggots. Something in your head is not right. You keep saying our country is broken. You are correct, ma'am. Our country is broken because of Donald Trump. Our country is broken because he has caused Americans to lose their lives. Our country is broken because he continues to cause Americans to lose their lives with the lies, with the vitriol, with the just downright abhorrent nature that he is, known as Donald Trump. You don't care about this country. You keep screaming about your Medicaid, your Medicare. Well, what about when the federal government extended Medicare for all? It is your state that didn't expand it. What state do you live in, Lori? Because I live in a state of misery. And you know what the state of misery did? They said, screw you, federal government. We're not going to expand Medicare.
Wow.
So you're right. It is hurting our seniors in this state. But it's not because of Kamala Harris. It's not because of Joe Biden. It's because of your state legislature.
Amen.
I am so incensed with hearing Lori. You tried to give her factual evidence of Donald Trump being the one that's hurting America. She wasn't hearing it because she had already in her head that Kamala is the big black beast that is hurting for America because they can't see past their orange god. Small g, of course.
Yeah, I get it.
They can't see past him. They cannot see past him because they actually believe his lies. What more is it going to take? The man literally caused an insurrection against the United States government, and they're still supporting him. They're like, oh, it wasn't an insurrection. And then they'll flip the script and say, well, what about Minnesota? What about the riots? Zeus, I am so sick of this.
Yeah.
I cannot wait until November the 5th. I cannot wait till November the 5th.
It's going to be a lot of weeping. It's going to be a lot of weeping on November 5th.
Listen, I need the 1.3K that's in here. Everyone under the sound of my voice. I need this election. I need it to be such a landslide. It's not going to be enough just to win.
Mm-hmm.
The mandate has to be the mandate. This has to be an overwhelming whipping.
Yep.
It has to be.
Yep.
That means we have to get out and vote.
Exactly.
Every single one of us need to encourage at least 5, 6, 10 of our family members, friends, get out and vote.
Amen.
Because this is scary. This woman.
She was crying when she got in the box about protecting the children. Did you hear that? This is the second day. This is the second day they get in the box and they cry, oh, we want to protect the kids.
But it was different because her brother told her the same thing, Zeus. But you don't see how sickening that is.
Wow.
How reprehensible that is. Listen, I have 4 girls. My daughters are beautiful. They are beautiful. But that's where it ends, Zeus.
Yeah.
That's where it ends. I don't have sex in common with my daughter. That is disgusting. But if I said that, Lori, if I said that, you would rail against me. You wouldn't say, oh, we all have skeletons in our closet. You wouldn't say that. And rightfully so, you shouldn't say that.
Thank you.
So why are you saying it with Donald Trump? I am so sick of this. November cannot come fast enough.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to play Hail to the Chief to a black woman. Because that's what's triggering y'all. That is what's triggering y'all.
Gina.
Not only the fact that it's a woman, you are really triggered that a black woman is about to become president of these United States.
Amen.
Because y'all didn't let a white woman do it. But I appreciate you, Hillary, because I know that name triggers them too. So get triggered. Today is going to be a day of triggering, you maggots. Hillary, Hillary, Hillary. Clinton, Clinton.
Oh.
So thank you, Hillary Clinton, because that is a glass ceiling that you did break. You are part of the reason why we have Kamala Harris today.
Thank you.
So thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for saying, you know what? It's time to move on. Even when Donald Trump was declared the winner. Thank you for showing us what it's like to lose in grace.
Yep.
Thank you for showing us what it's like for a little smidget of what it's like for a woman to lead this nation.
Thank you.
They didn't want you, Hillary, because you are a smart woman. Never mind that you were palm colored just like them. You were just a woman.
Amen.
And now that we have this black, beautiful queen,
amen,
that's about to become president, they are losing their everlasting mind.
Amen. Lose it then.
Thank you, Zeus. I'm out of here, man.
All right, all right.
I'm so sick of that stuff. I'm sick of it.
All
Lori,
right.
you need help. You need to seek counseling.
Thank you. I agree. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to my good friend, Brother Nutty Professor. Just getting up here and lying. Oh, we got crocodile tears. Oh, I'm crying for these kids. Lori, I know a lot of Trump supporters like you. Those tears don't move me anymore like they used to. Good morning, Shay.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
What is going on with MAGA today?
I have no clue. Thank you.
What was this? What happened? Like, did they just fall into a canyon? I'm not sure what happened to these people today.
They think Donald Trump can rescue them from whatever situation they're currently in, from what I'm gathering, right? And I believe, and I think you do believe, there are Americans out here that aren't doing that well. Isn't that fair to say?
Well, sure, but that always exists through time, right? I mean, there's never been a 100% of a prosperous nation.
Right.
People in the nation, no matter who the president is. And what you need to look at, and I wish people would actually fact check their stuff, but they're too lazy. But if you look at, sorry.
No. I was just going to go for it. I'll wait.
No. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
No, but she brought up this individual, and she's getting it from Donald Trump. Why should I fact check anything if Donald Trump tells me?
Oh Lord, it's so true though. So many of them are that way. They are in their echo chambers, and so they stay there. And so whatever information they're receiving is what they believe. And Ally Carter never talked about Obama and Biden. All that's made up. It's that whole, the Democrats are in the 3 PDO rings and they're demonic and it's deep state. And it's just already in that belief structure. But if you took a minute to fact check, you would see that the economy thrives under Democratic presidents. And usually when a Republican is in office, that's usually when we go into deep recessions, stock market crashes, and all kinds of stuff. And it's always a Democratic president. Bill Clinton had to pick up after Reaganomics, after Bush won and Reagan. And then we had, the disastrous W with the recession in 2008 and the housing loan and all that stuff that happened in crisis. And Obama had to slowly recover that and rescue our automobile industry out of that. and then Trump with the mishandling of COVID and all of the, when that happened, and then Biden has had to recover that. Today, inflation is 2.4.
Amen.
So inflation is lowering. And these are just the facts. But that first guest you had up, that woman that thinks she talks to God, she might want to check her meds. I think she's absolutely, having hallucinations, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, what did she say? She said, oh, no, I didn't go to school. I've taken free classes from Harvard and other things.
Oh, yeah.
All I gotta say to her is, I'm so glad those classes were free, honey. I'm
Yeah.
glad they were free, because wow, if you had paid for those, yikes, what a waste of your money, because you didn't learn anything. The way you tried to discuss our constitutional whatever you did, that was hysterical.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to MAGA today. Like, they couldn't connect and they couldn't make sense.
They don't want to come up here and actually explain Donald Trump anymore. I think the consensus with MAGA now is there's no use, which is a good sign, if you ask me, that they know the end is near. Now they got to do all of these desperate things, the fake crying, all right, over an issue that when you press them about it, oh, well, you know what? It's really not that big of a deal, because you saw how I pressed her about Donald Trump hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein and the comments he made about his daughter.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Ethel Kennedy just passed away.
Oh.
That's Robert F. Kennedy's, widow.
Wow.
So that's Robert
Right,
F. Jr.'s mother that just passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Wow.
She was 96. She lived a long
Oh, that's up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's up there.
But I just, oh God, there's so much. It's just, it's disheartening to see how much misinformation is out there on everything. Like, it's just, wow. What in the world, what happened to the Pennsylvania rally that Trump had yesterday? There were literally so many empty seats. And then he gets on Twitter and he's all capping against 60 Minutes. He's going to sue 60 Minutes, CBS. He is so angry right now. And he just is spewing all these lies. And it's just crazy what's going on with him, because he knows he's losing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at it. It's not fake news, conservative Democrat. Get your head out of your butt and actually look up some things once in a while. But yeah, sorry.
Don't.
I don't. That guy is so lost. It's ridiculous. But I just sit here and go, guys, when are you going to get a clue? The numbers are not there for him. I have never seen in any convention where an opposing party got up and spoke during a national convention for the Republican Party or the Democratic Party. How many Republicans were on the stage at the DNC?
How many? I don't know the exact number, but there were a number.
It's insane the amount of Republicans that are stumping for Kamala Harris. And they're not Democrats, they're Republicans. Hello, Davey Mack. What's up? Are you awake? Hello?
Davey.
We got another one that's asleep.
Davey, he was speaking nasty stuff in the chat, and I wanted to ask him, why would he say such a thing? Davey?
This woman is spouting.
Davey. He says Democrats trying to stitch DT up will not work, nor trying to unalive him. Amen. Davey, you want to explain what that meant?
Yeah, this woman is spouting.
Okay. Davey doesn't have much to say. Ladies and gentlemen, let's throw Davey into the lake of fire. Let's give him a huge round of booze and shame. Hi, Davey. You're full of lies, Davey.
What in the world this woman is? What happened there? I don't even know.
He's talking about Kamala Harris. They have no good things to say about our vice president.
No, they don't. They don't. They know what's coming and they don't know how to handle it. And they wrap their head and all around just certain personalities and way they think the world should work. And, they don't get out much. They don't get out much. And it's just scaring them. But she's doing amazing. Did you hear that she's raised $1 billion?
Kamala has?
Uh-huh. She's raised $1 billion.
Oh, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a rap, MAGA. You can't beat that. The numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. They don't.
Wow.
The polls are showing it so close, but all of the predictions from people like Michael Moore, like it's crazy to me. I was watching a thing about it. He predicted 2016, and the way he predicted it, he knocked it out of the park on that.
Wow.
He said Trump was going to win and why he was going to win. It was all Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin.
Wow.
I mean,
it's over.
Yeah, and he called about the red wave that didn't happen in 2022, and he's saying this one, it's absolutely Kamala Harris, and the reason he says it is because of the women.
Thank
the
you.
Women are going to show up. Yeah,
I do too.
I really do. I think there's a lot of women that aren't saying who they're voting for and are just going to quiet.
And rightfully so, because if you're living around a MAGA possessed individual, you got to keep it close to the chest.
Yeah, and a lot of people can't say they're not voting for Trump because people get very angry when you say you're not voting for Trump. They start calling you a traitor and you don't love your country. And yeah, it's insane. But anyway, I've been up here way too long. I'm sorry, my friend. But wow, what an interesting show today, my friend.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you. All right, Shay, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause. No lies detected.
Do better tomorrow, MAGA. That was sad today. Sad, I tell you.
Yeah. See what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting to the root of the issue out here. All right, we're getting to the root of the issue out here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see who we got next. Oh my goodness. Who do we have next? All right, Ange, welcome. How you doing?
I'm not too bad. Good morning. How are you?
I am all right. Just tending to the affairs in the kingdom. All right, what do you got for us, my good friend?
Did you scare them all off this morning?
Well, no. I think what they're doing is they're behaving and they're listening because they need to. They're worried about what's going to happen after the election, Ange. I think that's where they're at mentally.
I heard somebody say, I don't know if it was you or Shay, Snuggles, you're not winning. Shut up down there.
Thank you, Nurse AJ.
It's all about the fake outrage. That's all we're hearing right now. They're coming with no facts. They've come to my live. They literally have no facts. Hold on. Can I show you something real quick?
Yeah. We always want the truth. We always want the truth over here. And Lori, you need to go spend some time with my good friend Ange. She can really help you get through this. All right, because Lori was here crying, Ange. You wouldn't believe it.
Okay. All right. Sorry, my husband didn't turn the heat on yet. I'm freezing.
Okay.
Anyway, here we go. Yeah, I'm pissed off about that. That's a whole other thing. Okay, so I just want to put this up there, this hurricane rumor response, Zeus. As a 51-year-old woman, I've never seen this in my lifetime.
Wow.
They need to put this up because all of the fake outrage, yet again, literally, you probably covered it, but they're saying that we controlled these two hurricanes, that we've put them together to destroy them. Or Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm sure you saw Biden. Oh man, he went out. He tore her the heck
Good.
up. And he needed to, because your rumors here are getting people unalived. They have. Your rumors are, that's why they had to do this. And hold on, I got another thing, Zeus. Please bear with me. And this one's hard to see, but I do want to put this up there. This is the list of the Republicans, as you can see, who voted against FEMA funding. I counted, it's hard to see, but there were 10 Floridian congressmen, and Matt Gaetz being one of them. They voted against this. And what got hit hard? Florida, North Carolina, and Georgia. Marjorie Taylor Greene. She voted against FEMA funding.
Wow.
That's your little list of people. No Democrats.
Why do they continue to not? So is this why they're saying they don't trust the government and go get help? Because it's not making sense, right?
No.
They want to say we're giving money to immigrants, but then it looks to me like there was money being given and there were people voting against it. So you can't have it both ways.
There absolutely was. And I'm glad you brought that up, because that's what was brought up in my live this morning.
Oh, wow.
The fake outrage. Yeah, we're giving more money to the immigrants, yada, yada, yada. That's all they say. We had a guy in there completely sympathizing with Putin. He said that this would stop if we just gave the land over to Putin. That's how it's going to stop. You don't care, and you want all these people unalived in this war. Do you think that Putin's going to stop at Ukraine, you morons? Do you think he's going to stop there? Are you really that dumb? You are so misinformed. Two last things. And I had another guy tell me that that the Bible should be taught in schools, in public schools.
Wow.
Yep, that's what's wrong with the world right now. We're raising these demonic kids that are not learning the Bible. And let me tell you, as a recovering Catholic, no offense to people that still are, I just didn't have a good experience with it. You want to talk indoctrination? That's indoctrination. You're going to put that in the schools. Any religion, if you're teaching that to anybody, I would yank my kids out of that school.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would too.
Absolutely, because I don't have anything against people who are in organized religion, but how many different religions are there? You know what I mean? So
Thousands.
they want exactly. So they just want this, this little Christian nationalist country, right? This is exactly what you want. You keep your 10 commandments out of my kids' school, the Bible. And I know many people, Takesha may not be here, you are basically making them embarrassed of their own religion because you are not Christians.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So many of you people on the right, I won't name you, but you know who the hell you are. You proclaim constantly to be a Christian, but then you put down and pick on the LGBTQ community. I've heard you. I've heard you. I've heard you with Michelle Obama talking about, oh, well, we don't know if she's really a man. Well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to just look at her genitalia, you freaking weirdos? They're so obsessed with what's between people's legs. It's gross. What is wrong with you people?
These are some sick people. These are some sick and evil individuals who are possessed with the MAGA demon, Ange. And you're spot on.
You're liars. You're not Christians. I'm agnostic and I'm a way better person than you. And just because I'm agnostic doesn't... I believe in a higher power. I just don't know what it is. And I also respect what other people believe. And you Christians don't. You think I'm a piece of crap and I'm a way better. I wake up in the morning and I think, what good can I do for somebody? How can I make somebody's life better or easier? You don't do that. And one last thing, I had to kick this guy. He literally said he would forgive, because we brought up the essay that Trump,
Eugene Carroll, right?
You're darn right. I actually didn't bring it up, but somebody else did. This guy said, well, why can't she just forgive him? Are you kidding me? So I said, sir, do you have daughters? He said, yes. I said, so if your daughter was, the most horrible, horrific thing that could ever happen to her, the unthinkable. If that happened, sir, to your daughter, how would you feel then? He said, oh, I would forgive them. I would forgive them.
Wow.
You gotta believe in forgiveness.
Wow.
You're sick. You are sick. Absolutely. I have a daughter that's 14, and that literally turned my stomach. And I don't mean to trigger any women in here, because there's 8 out of 10
Bile,
women,
Emily, yes.
8
Bile.
out of 10 women. And there are men as well. And that's 8 out of 10 that have reported that have been essayed. So y'all are sick. That was a very sick individual. I had to drop him immediately. I can't do that. I can't do that. So don't tell me you're a Christian, which he said he was. And then he came up and said he would, I guess Christians do forgive. I'm telling you right now, I will never forgive anybody that raped my child.
Thank you.
So with that, take your fake outrage as well. Keep that. If you want to ever fight with them, they're over in my life, Zeus.
All right.
Yeah, apparently they're not afraid of me, but they get afraid. Anyway,
They are afraid because they know once they open their mouth and reveal what's in their hearts, they're going to be exposed. All right, and that's what
you're
we're going
right.
to keep doing. We're going to keep bringing
Yeah,
it to them.
I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop no matter what you do. What do we have left, Zeus? 26 days?
I don't know. I think it's what
25? I don't know.
something around there. I'm losing track.
We're not stopping. And then when we win, I'm still not stopping because I'm going to be gloating. And
Amen.
Snuggles, I see you in here. You owe Zeus the entire friggin' cow. Just
Thank
letting
you.
you know.
Thank you. All
Have a
right.
great rest of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to our beautiful Ange. To our right, no lies detected. Satan always loses, and I want you to remember that Satan does always lose when you go and see the results this November, because it is going to be a nasty situation for a lot of you Trump supporters. Seriously. All right. Let's see, who do we got next? All right, Unique, come on in the box. Good morning. How are you doing, my good friend? We're going to the box, and I tried to talk to MAGA this morning, but none of them want to come up here.
Your name is Colin. What is your name?
Unique, are you there? I think Unique is preoccupied, ladies and gentlemen. Unique is preoccupied. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see, who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen. We don't got all day. Oh my God. Okay. This is going to be easy work.
Hello.
Yeah.
You
What do
guys
you
have
mean?
it going pretty good. I mean, you guys seem to be winning. You lost all your court cases. I mean, it was horrible. New York, Florida, and everything. Yeah, please put the blow dryer on because Snuggles is winning. You guys have lost all your court cases. You make no sense.
What else?
The E. Carroll case.
Easy work. Don't you all love a little? Don't y'all love it when I do that?
Silence.
Right?
MAGA.
Don't y'all love it? I love just tossing him straight in there with his friends on this app. Snuggles is a known liar on this app. The truth is not in him. Lori, that's a good example of someone you should totally avoid, because if you listen to him, you'll believe everything that's happening and it's bad in the world is because of the vice president. All right, don't believe these people, ladies and gentlemen. All righty then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, who do we got next? All right, who I have next? All right, oh my goodness, there's a lot of people. I don't have much time. All right, Renee, good morning. How are you doing? All right, Renee, good morning. How are you?
Oh, good morning. I'm so glad I get to talk to you.
No problem.
So, I have to say this. Okay, here's the problem with why they're not getting it. What happened is all the racism and everything that was going on in our country what feels like eons ago, but it really wasn't.
Right.
It was tucked away, and it was made to be a shameful thing to be that way, and people had to hide it because it was no longer socially acceptable.
Correct.
It never went away. It always was there under the surface. Trump lifted the rock, and he validates all of their hatred, their vitriol. He gives it a rubber stamp and puts it as a badge of honor. So these people will never care about anything he does. They were pissed at Obama. They were mad at President Obama wearing a tan suit. The man couldn't do anything. Married, a beautiful marriage, beautiful family, both educated, wonderful careers, no smears on his record. They
None.
couldn't stand him because of who he was.
Oh, okay. No
And this man Trump-
smears. Obama
Trump
didn't get
can do-
impeached.
No, oh my God, no. He was a godsend. I was able to listen. First of all, I'm from the Bay Area. I'm a native East Bay girl. Okay.
Okay, what part of the Bay?
I was born in Hayward.
Okay, shout out to
California.
Hayward. All right, you're around the corner. Let's go.
16 years ago, we moved to southern Missouri, a little podunk town of 5,000, and it is as red as they get. I'm a little tiny blue speck.
Yeah.
And I am seeing firsthand the mindset of people that live in places like this. I want to put my Harris sign in the yard, but I don't dare do it because I don't want to deal with this people. But the
So
bottom
you're
line
behind enemy lines right now.
Oh my gosh. And it's so hard. Listen, I grew up, my friends in school, I wanted to be Puerto Rican. I'm full-blooded Portuguese. I wanted to be Puerto Rican. My neighbors had the best parties. I grew up with friends from every walk of life, and I loved it. And my kids, the town I live in is 98% white. So I had to raise my two youngest in this town, and I had to tell them, When you leave these city limits, it does not look like this town. There is a whole world out there full of people that think different, love different, worship different, and that is a good thing. That's what we want. It doesn't change what you believe if someone believes something else. You can still love what you love and believe what you believe. It doesn't affect you what someone else feels. And that's the problem. Their minds are broken. They can't get that, you know. But anyway, I just remember this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You're right. Their minds are broken, or as I like to say, that's why I say they're possessed.
And also, if you're brown or black and you're a MAGA supporter, just remember, if you're not wearing your hat or your shirt, they don't know you love Trump. They're going to see you just like all the other people that they think are evil and don't belong here. So they just might round you up too. You better be ready with your bullhorn saying, wait a minute, I voted for him, because they don't care. They're not going to care.
Thank you, Renee. I appreciate that. All right. Well, listen, Renee, I appreciate you. All right. And as always, you come on.
Doing the work.
I will. All right. You come on back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Renee a round of applause. No lies detected. And she's right about you brothers out there, you brothers and sisters out there wearing that MAGA stuff. All right. It ain't going to save you. I showed you a photo of the guy getting beat up. All right. All right. Oh, my goodness. Look at the time, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached that point in the show where Zeus must get up out of here. All right. You all deserve a round of applause. I got to get up out of here. As you can see, look at that. Oh, my God. Look at the time. I want to give a special thank you to all of the subscribers, gifters, moderators, and the panelists. Without you, the show wouldn't be what it is. I also want to give a final round of booze and shame. All right. Hold on. To all of the Zeus haters out there, and these are not just my haters, these are also your haters, all right? They get on TikTok day in and day out and promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. They promote evil, misogyny, bigotry, xenophobia, predatory stuff. I mean, now they're crying. Crocodile tears. We want to protect the kids. Donald Trump's a predator. Well, you know, that's a little too much right there. We can't say that, Zeus. Everyone makes mistakes. These are some of the sickest people on the planet. Trust me when I tell you, folks, these folks are the worst of the worst and the scum of the earth. Join me in giving them our final round of, you guessed it, booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Take care and stay safe out here in these TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. I gotta get out of here. You guys are making me work too late. Kimmy, knock it off. Don't do all that Trump stuff now. You weren't doing that during the show. Knock it off. I love you too, Judy. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your morning. Trump is cooked. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your morning. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Nathan's mom, nice to see you. Yeah, let's go. Reggie. Zena Smith, Miss Morning Star, Angel. We're not partying for Donald Trump, unless you're talking about partying because he's going to prison. Hey! LeavingMAGA.org. All right, I guess that's a good website. I haven't checked it out. DJ Kitty Cat, let's go! Yes, Kamala has raised over $1 billion. That's a good sign. Love you all too. LeavingMAGA.org. It's a real website. I checked it out. All right. Angel. Woo. Yeah. Q-Dog, I see you, brother. Thank you for all you do, seriously. you, dog. You the man. You the man, nothing me. You the man, bro. Thank you, though. Hey, you Trump supporters, y'all gotta repent. Y'all really do gotta repent, because it's coming. Lady Rima. All right. Unique. I heard you. I brought you up, Unique, but I guess you were talking to somebody. Hey. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Shay. Barry. I love you, too. Let's go! Thank you, Heaven. All right, we got to get out of here. Let's go ahead.
In many ways, Donald Trump is an unserious man.
Go ahead, Kamala.
But the consequences of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious.
They are.
Consider not only the chaos and calamity when he was in office, but also the gravity of what has happened since he lost the last election.
That's right.
Donald Trump tried to throw away your votes. When he failed, he sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol, where they assaulted law enforcement officers. When politicians in his own party begged him to call off the mob and send help, he did the opposite. He fanned the flames. And now, for an entirely different set of crimes, he was found guilty of fraud by a jury of everyday Americans. And separately found liable for committing sexual abuse.
What?
And consider what he intends to do if we give him power again.
Never again.
Consider his explicit intent to set free violent extremists who assaulted those law enforcement officers at the Capitol. His explicit intent to jail journalists, political opponents, and anyone he sees as the enemy. His explicit intent to deploy our active duty military against our own citizens. Consider the power he will have, especially after the United States Supreme Court just ruled that he would be immune from criminal prosecution.
Nope.
Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails.
Absolutely not. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, vote. All right? I'm out of here. Take care and have a great rest of your morning. Don't do nothing.